Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with the Finding Yourself Book Club, and today we're going to keep talking about John Gottman's What Makes Love Last. We've been discussing working through your messes, big and small, and so what we've covered is just the introduction, talking about the speaker's job. So we covered awareness in the last video, and today we're going to talk about tolerance. Please do check out our website if you haven't had a chance already. We're at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There you can fill out a contact form to get in touch with us. Also in the About section is our email addresses and phone numbers. Shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. You can also fill out the life balance questionnaire if you'd like, and we can talk about that. Your first consult is always free. So, okay, tolerance. Even when you're certain that your position is right, acknowledge that your partner's perspective is just as valid. You do not need to agree, but you must accept that there can be two different valid perceptions that deserve equal weight. There is something worth learning from your partner's viewpoint. There's an old Jewish joke about the meaning of tolerance. A rabbi, renowned for solving marital problems, held separate sessions with an unhappy couple, the Goldsteins, while one of his students observed. For 20 minutes, he let Mrs. Goldstein complain with deep bitterness about her husband. Then he said, "You are absolutely right. It's unbelievable how much you have had to put up with. I have tremendous admiration for you." She replied, "Thank you, Rabbi. Finally, somebody important understands my viewpoint." Next, the rabbi met with Mr. Goldstein, who also got 20 minutes for bitter complaints. The rabbi then said to him, "You are absolutely right. It's unbelievable how much you have to put up with. I have tremendous admiration for you." Mr. Goldstein replied, "Thank you, Rabbi. Finally, somebody important understands my viewpoint." After the Goldsteins left, the student turned to the rabbi in confusion. "I don't understand. They can't both be completely right." "You're absolutely right," said the rabbi. He knew that in any significant disagreement, there is more than one reality, and they are all right. To work through a regrettable incident with your partner, you must acknowledge and show respect for opinions you do not share. There is no single view of the facts. Perhaps God possesses the DVD recording of capital U ultimate capital T truth. But just like the old rabbi, God is probably going to stay out of it. If you have difficulty respecting your partner's perspective, you could profit from one of Rappaport's insights. He discerned that during conflict, we are inclined to see the other person as dissimilar to us. We team with positive traits and qualities, while our adversary is overflowing with negative ones. This tendency is related to what another social psychologist, Fritz Heider, named the fundamental attribution error, which simply stated is, "I'm okay, you're defective." With the exception of the guilt-ridden and self-critical among us, we all like to think we are the central character of the great play of life. Everyone else is cast in minor and supporting roles. As a result, we tend to forgive our own mistakes, but not those of others. This perspective clearly stands in the way of resolving relationship conflict. So when you perceive a positive quality in yourself, turn Fritz Heider's fundamental attribution error on its ear and assume that your partner possesses it too. Likewise, whenever you identify a negative quality in your partner, try to see it in yourself as well. Doing so will generate thoughts such as, "When I was sick, he was nice to me too. Yes, she's being selfish right now, but so am I. Maybe we need to allow each other to be a little selfish at times for this relationship to work." Even when you're not in a state of the union meeting, tolerance will keep you respectful of your partner's positions and attuned to his or her feelings. Vince fumes on the ride home from Thanksgiving dinner, convinced that his partner, Fred's father, was talking politics all day just to make him feel uncomfortable. Fred is just as certain that Dad was just being himself. The old guy never censors his opinions. He doesn't agree with Vince's view of the facts and doesn't think he should be so upset. But Fred knows that telling Vince to stop steaming and get over himself would not be helpful. We don't choose our emotions, but we can choose to accept our partners. So good stuff here, tolerance, and then next video we will move into transforming criticism into wishes. I think it is very important, and what Gottman talks about, so when we talk about the emotional repair attempts, it's the understanding, obviously there is a version of the truth, but when you're in it, you have your perspective and your partner has their perspective, and trying to argue whose version of the truth is the capital T truth correct one is not going to get you anywhere. So what Gottman is talking about is really focusing on how do you feel and how were your feelings hurt, how do they feel and how were their feelings hurt, and how can you come to an agreement. If you love each other, which you do or you wouldn't be putting in this work, your intention is never to hurt each other or hurt each other's feelings. So what he's trying to get us to focus on more than the actual acts of what happened is how does one and the other feel about it? Can you understand how the other feels about it? And then can you come to an agreement? And that's what we'll continue on. So this is all the speaker's responsibility. So the next video is the last of the speaker's responsibility. And then we'll move into the listener's responsibility in the State of the Union. So thanks for spending time with me today. Look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. If you haven't checked our website, please do so. Contact me if you'd like to chat. I'll be waiting for your email. All right, take care. Have a good one. We'll talk more tomorrow.